Are your biz posts falling on deaf ears? What do I mean by that? Well, maybe you're posting inspirational quotes and great personal content and people love it, but as soon as you start mentioning, as soon as you start talking about business things, your profile is turning, your group, your page is turning into a ghost town. Then let's change that. And an important piece of that puzzle actually is, who are you talking to? Okay, and that's what we're going to be discussing today. Hello and welcome. In case we haven't met before, my name is Katrin from bloomwithkatrin.com. I'm coming live to you from the beautiful Bavarian forest. I'm out and about today again. Please don't be shy, say hi and let me know where you're tuning in from so I can circle back around and say hey. Looking forward to that. And I'm going live here giving you tips and tricks, my best strategies that are working well for me and my team to help you create a sustainably healthy, successful online business in networking. Okay, and part of that, an important part of that, obviously, is having the journey feel good from the inside out. And can we just agree that if you put a lot of effort into your social media, into your content, the things that you post, the lives, the stories you do, and nobody engages with them, especially when it's business related? Right? So let's change that, shall we? So here's the thing, I'm going to tell you a little story, so bear with me, okay, from my past. So I used to be, I still do it, but I used to be a semi-professional belly dancer, okay, in my 20s. And I was part of a group of dancers, and we got booked, for parties and all sorts of things, right? And it was so interesting because we had our huge performance, right? We were all in the same high spirits, I should say. We were wearing the same dresses, we were performing the same way, but the way the performance was appreciated by the audience differed hugely, whether we were invited, to perform as a surprise guest at midnight, at somebody's birthday party, or whether we were performing, for people who were actually paying to come see us, right? So let me know whether you can relate to that, meaning this actually has to do with our social media presence, because in a way we're also on a stage, right? As soon as you post something, you are in a way on stage. Let me know whether you can relate to that. And depending on who is in your audience and what you're talking about, it's gonna gel or it's not gonna gel, right? And if you could be the best salesperson in the world, you could be the best copywriter, copy meaning the text of your post or the description of your live video, or even your live video, you could be the best person at that. But if you're trying to sell, I don't know, a fridge and everybody in your audience have just bought a fridge from somebody else, it's gonna be quite difficult, right, for you to actually make another sale, if that makes sense, right? Or maybe you're trying to sell a fridge to Eskimos, or maybe you're trying to sell a steak to vegetarians. So, and as long as you're not clear on who your audience actually is, who it is you would want as a customer, who it is you would want as a team member, it's going to be kind of difficult, because there's going to be everybody in your audience, so to speak, but really not everybody has a problem that you can help solve. Okay, buy a fridge, buy your shampoo, buy your makeup, whatever it might be. Okay, so I hope this makes sense so far. Drop me a 1 down below if that makes sense to you so far. So first things first, I would love for you to get together with your team, with your upline, with your downline, and think about this, because it does require some thought. And I don't know about you, but to me it's always easier to do that as a community rather than everybody by themselves. Okay, so I strongly encourage you to maybe watch this video together, maybe put the names of the people down below you would want this video to see as well, so you can afterwards work with this. Okay, so number one question I have for you really is, okay, get strategic. Okay, what is it, when you take a look at your starter kit, whatever, or pack, or whatever it's called in your company, and think about what's the main problem these things help solve. Okay, and this will make sense in a second. Please bear with me, trust me on this. Okay, get out something to write with, or drop it down below if you want to, fine as well. What's the main problem, whatever it is that you have, can help solve, okay? Because you're not really in sales in this business, or I hope that's not where you come from I want to sell stuff because it's so much fun. But what you actually have is you can provide a solution to real problems. So in order to speak to the right kind of person, you want to think about, okay, what's the main problem this thing solves? The main one. Maybe it solves 100 problems. Choose one, okay? Get specific. Dare to be specific, because the more specific you can be, the more targeted your message is going to be, and the more the exactly right people are going to come to you. And that's what we want, don't we? We want people who we can help, right? Here's something, by the way, that I see happen a lot. That's teams working together when it comes to you know, giving each other engagement on posts. And here's what happens. So the algorithm is trying to, or Facebook is trying to, give everybody a great user experience. Meaning, how might they do that? They can't ask you, hey, what is it specifically that you would like to see? So they kind of watch what you're doing. They watch which posts you click on, see more. They watch, or, you know, they take note, monitor of, okay, this is a video that you watch. This is how long you watch it, right? And why do they do that? So they can put more content like that in front of you, hoping, believing that that will create a good user experience for you. Now, here's what happens. So you comment on your uplines post and on your downlines post, and they do the same for you because you're all one happy big family. And that's awesome. It's one of the best things in our industry, isn't it? That working together and helping each other. That's something I really enjoy. Let me know whether you can relate to that. But here's the thing. When you do that on social media, you're actually creating a bubble for yourself and for your teammates. And meaning Facebook, okay, these guys really interact with each other. They must appreciate each other very much. They must really like each other's content. So let's put more of the same content of these people in front of the same people. Okay? And all you've done is you've created a bubble, and that's not helping anybody on that team actually creating momentum in their business. Let me know whether that makes sense, because that's a huge issue, I think, in many teams. Okay? So that's one thing, just a side note. So get together with your team and get thinking, okay, what's the main problem the Things Now Starter Kit solves? Choose one if you can. Okay, now that problem, who has that problem, and where might somebody be who's looking for a solution to this specific problem, right? And there's people everywhere on the planet and also on social media, right? And for me, I'm just going to stick with my belly dancing story, if you can follow me on that one, please, right? So bear with me here. So say I wanted to sell a course of belly dancing, right? Now I could go to 2 vendor events. There's a fair for, I don't know, how to improve your garden this year and finally really spend the best nights outside. And there's a fair that's about health and wellness and dance and all those good things. Now, might in this, you know, garden thing, might there be people who might love to learn to belly dance? Yes, there might be some. But wouldn't you agree that it makes more sense for me with that specific offer to actually go to the health and wellness, fitness kind of different vendor event? Let me know where you would go, A or B. I would be curious to know, okay, if you wanted to sell a belly dance course. Now, I'm quite sure that's not what the business you're in, right? And it's not what I'm doing neither anymore. But I think it's very important to get that clear, because on social media we tend to think everybody's our perfect prospect, and that is not so. Everybody might benefit from what we have, especially if you're in health and wellness. Everybody wants to get healthier, don't they? Well, actually they don't. Actually they don't. And you're going to be it's hard work to invite people to get on a journey of a healthier living if that's not what they're looking for. They're not going to follow through. They're going to, you know, maybe order once or twice from you and then just stop it because they're not using the products, because they're not the solution to a problem that these people want to solve. So what you want to get clear on is, what specific problem are we helping solve? Who's got this problem, and where are they hanging out on social media? Now, huge tip here, Facebook groups is a great place to go, because there's a Facebook group for everything and anything under the sun. Okay, so get strategic, think, get together with your team and think about this, and really create a strategy for your team so you can. And that is another thing. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Okay, because especially if you're doing this with your team and you're all going into the same group all of a sudden, right? Please be valuable members in that group. Please don't go in there and try to sell something, because that's not what the group is about usually. The group usually is about helping each other. So be a friendly, a polite person. Try to ask or answer questions that other people have, that they post, right? Be a valuable member. People will come check you out on your personal profile. So here's where it comes down to, who are you on social media? Are you active on social media? Can I see your smiling face on your profile? Or are you very much in the background and maybe I can see that there is a face? Or can I really see, you know, like, can I recognize you when I see you on the street because of the personal profile picture I saw from you? Okay. And also your content. Do you give, you know, relevant content, not just sometimes in a biz post, but do you give relevant tips and tricks on maybe how to lose a few pounds, if that's what your the solution that you can provide, right? So the person who's checking you out, coming from that group of hey, we're trying to solve the same problem here, checking you out, oh wow, this is a great person, I like them, I want to follow them, I want to know what they're up to. And within a very short period of time, they might actually be ready to go the next step and ask you, hey, what is it specifically that you have? I'd be intrigued to know more. How would that change your business? I know it changed mine completely when I adopted this strategy, I should rather say, and it can be a game changer for you. So if you're sitting there really thinking hard about your content and nobody's engaging with you, I think this thinking maybe a little bit around the corner is going to be the thing that will help you stand out, and also being who you are. Don't try to be somebody you're not, because in the best of events, people are going to join you because of your social media, right? They're going to get to know, like, and trust you. They're going to join you. Now, wouldn't it be, would you agree, less stressful, much less stressful, if you can just be who you are with your team and your customers? I know that's what I want, right? So I strive to be as much who I am on social media as I possibly can, so I don't have to like continue to try to be somebody else once I actually get to work with people. So let me know if this makes sense, let me know whether this gives you some hope and some ideas, some ahas that you can now go ahead and work with. I hope they do. If so, drop them down below. I'd be curious to know. Thanks for watching, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on day 3 of my 3-day training series, how to up your engagement on your business posts. Thanks for watching, and all the best.